Hello, hello, hello. So, another day, another new blog post. I came across this one, and I feel this blog post is really important because everyone out there is building a new product with vibe coding. People who don't know how to code, people who know how to code, people who are into engineering, people who are not into engineering, people who are into marketing. Like everyone is trying to build something, and if is able to build something, then the barrier to entry has been reduced, right? So if everyone is building a diet application, then who is consuming it? Like how do you stand out if everyone is able to build it? I think this blog post is really good, which is explaining like what you can do to set yourself apart. Okay, so let's go to the blog post. A good product will sell itself. The myth that could be holding your business back. Now, there's a widely believed myth in the world of product development. A good product will sell itself. It's a seductive idea, the thought that once you create something truly innovative or high quality, customers will flock to you and sales will soar. Right? Like even I used to believe that. Like if I can build a really superior product, a lot of people will come and use it. Now, first question, how will the users find you? Second question, what incentive do they have to leave their current project or the current setup to just jump to a new ship, right? I think one of the new, not new, one of the things that recently happened a few months back is we had an A10. Everyone was behind an A10, teaching you like how to use, even me, how to use an A10 to build something, how to automate your stuff, a lot of things. Then OpenAI came, they released their own version of NA10, and all of a sudden, like everyone started telling, like, oh, this is an NA10 killer. People will stop using NA10. NA10 is gonna be gone. This new ChatGPT thing is so damn better. But no one did that. Like only people who are teaching you tutorials are the ones who are doing it. Individuals or companies who are already using NA10, like it is so much of a headache for them to move from NA10 to that one because what improvements do I have? Like for what? Just direct integration of ChatGPT? Like I already have that with an API key, right? Like it doesn't make any sense for me to just jump from this to that, right? On top of that, OpenAI was not spending that much on marketing it. Unfortunately, this belief is not only misleading but could be one of the biggest barriers to a product success. While a high quality product is undoubtedly important, it's not part of the equation. In reality, even the best products require a solid strategy, marketing, customer engagement, and continuous improvement to truly succeed. That's true, right? Like, think about it. Like, Coca Cola is one of the largest brands. Like, if I tell you to think of a drink, Coke would be definitely in the top three. And still, every year they come up with ads, they come up with posters. The recent ad with AI was shit, but still, right? There is no need for them to create marketing. Like, but still, why do they create it? Because they need to stay in front of people's eyes. They spend billions on ad, right? Even though they are the largest player, right? Second, customer engagement. Like even from a developer's perspective, like when you build solo projects, we always think from a single point that like once I build it, I'm done. We don't think in a sense like, okay, I have built it, I'll give it to the customers. They might want something which I haven't thought about, right? Now, continuous improvement, right? That's also required. Now, the truth, great products need a strategy. It's tempting to think that if you build something amazing, it will simply sell. After all, who wouldn't want to use the best solution out there, right? It genuinely makes sense in your head. But here's the catch, customers won't necessarily find you. How will they find you? The market is crowded with competitors, and without a strategic approach, even the most innovative product can get lost in the noise. Like, did you see the latest OpenAI ad and the latest Cloud Code ad? When initially OpenAI launched, they were the only players in the market. They did not need ads. Like the word of mouth was just enough for them to gain huge amount of users, right? Then what happened? Claude came into play, Perplexity came into play, Google launched their Gemini, Apple has their own AI which is only in the Apple devices, so let's not consider that. Grok came out, DeepSeek, the open source model, came out. So when all of these started coming out, now even though ChatGPT was the first player to come into the market, they have to run ads, they have to stand apart, they have to show themselves that they are better than the rest of the tools out there. Now, it's not enough to just have a great product. You need to clearly communicate its value to your target audience. You need to make sure potential customers understand why your product is better than the alternatives and how it can solve their problems. Without strong marketing efforts, even the most revolutionary product can go unnoticed. Right? Makes sense. Like if you saw the Claude Code, not Claude Code, I think Claude advertisement that recently came out, it was genuinely funny, right? They were jabbing directly at OpenAI for integrating ads into their plan of integrating ads into their platform, right? That was really funny. Positioning, getting the right message across. A significant aspect of positioning is understanding your audience need and pain point. Why would someone buy your product over competitors? Makes sense. Why would I want to switch from an existing system where if I have staff, have trained them on the system, they know everything about it. Why would I want to change it? Like, what improvement am I getting it from your product? Either should be an improvement in work or reduction in cost, right? The two, it should be a significant one. Great positioning makes all the difference. It turns a good product into one of the product people want to buy. Without it, you may have a great product, but no one will know why they should care. The problem of customer feedback and iteration. The power, my bad. The power. Another key element that's often overlooked is the importance of feedback. A successful product doesn't just come from your initial idea, it's shaped and refined through continuous interaction with your customers, right? As I told, you have to continuously interact with your customers to know what they actually want. Now, feedback is invaluable. You need to know how users are interacting with your product, what they like, and where they're running into issues. This constant loop of customer engagement and iteration is essentially for staying relevant. It's not just about the launch, it's about continuously improving your product based on real world use, right? Sometimes I think a lot of things are missed out when it is being tested in a closed loop where you are the developer, you are the one testing it, you are the one using it, but then it goes into the hands of the user. Like there are famous memes, right? Press on it, the user doesn't know what to do, like, right? That's when you realize, like, with the constant interaction with your users, that oh, okay, this is where they're getting stuck. This is what I need to change. Maybe the speed has to be improved, or the loading page needs to have a better animation. The launch is just the beginning. So true. A common mistake is to think of the launch as the end of the product development process. In reality, the launch is one of the beginnings of the long journey. Post launch activities such as marketing, customer support, ongoing improvements are just as important, if not more, than the development process. Your product success depends on the momentum you build post launch. You need to keep the conversations going, attract new users, stay on top of the mind for your existing customer. Launch without a plan for continued engagement is like starting a race and then stopping before the finish line. The bottom line, a great product needs more than just design. Building a great product is undoubtedly the first step. I mean, we can argue with that because you don't even need to start with a great product. You might need to just think of a problem to solve and maybe implement a rough version of it, which is better, slightly better, but doesn't need to be the best out there. But it has to be good enough that people find it useful. But if you're under the impression that a good product will automatically attract customers and generate sales, oh, you're mistaken. You're settling yourself up for disappointment. The reality is, great products need more than just good design. They require efficient marketing, strong positioning, continuous feedback, constant feedback, continuous feedback, continuous iteration. To truly succeed, you need to engage. You need to ensure that your product has the right strategy, communication, and engagement to connect with your audience and keep them coming back for more. Yeah, that's what I'm doing with my videos, like trying to see what I can change. Do let me know, like, what I can change the way I explain it, or maybe add a few more examples, or the kind of blogs you want to see. We can think about that. Cool. Bye.